Thank you, everyone, for joining us on July 9th, 2026 for the Town Council meeting. At this time, I'm going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, Lucas. I like it.
All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next up, we have the minutes from the June 4th, 2026 Town Council meeting. A motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Or any opposed? All right, hearing none, motion passes. All right, now we get down to our presentation of the evening. I'd like to introduce Michelle Cummings. Please come up and join us. And I believe they will get the presentation rocking and rolling for all of us to watch.
All right, thank you for having me. So today I'm just going to talk about the difference between hospice and palliative care, and what we're going to start with in the next slide. Oh, do I click?
I moved too fast.
That's okay.
Let's see.
Maybe it's not that long. Okay. I need to like. There we go. Here we go.
We can do an advance on this one. You have to click on the. There it goes. Awesome.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about the differences between hospice and palliative care. So first we're going to talk about curative or therapeutic care. Basically that refers to treatments and therapies provided to patients with the main intent of resolving an illness or condition. It also is used for terms like that delayed disease progression, such as end-stage renal disease with dialysis, chemotherapy for cancer, joint replacement for any kind of arthritis. And it's important to understand, like when you're having curative or therapeutic treatments, you know, what the risks are and what's the best choice for you in your life at this point. Next slide. Okay. So what is palliative care? It's for people with advanced illness, whether life-threatening or not. And palliative care basically focuses on easing the pain and discomfort and helping people enjoy everyday life. It's usually provided alongside of curative care, so you can have concurrent care. And typically with palliative care, the patient usually is with a life expectancy of 2 years, around 2 years. Anyone living with conditions like COPD, congestive heart failure, cancer, dementia, and many others are the types of conditions that you'll see with palliative care. They relieve the symptoms and stress of the illness. Still benefiting, you know, when someone's still benefiting from the curative treatments, such as chemotherapy or radiation. And, you know, we basically, with palliative care, we help discuss your goals of care and advanced planning, and even like your MOLS, your, like, you know, like what you want as your disease progresses. So the division of Chesapeake, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Chesapeake Supportive Care, is what the umbrella of our palliative care team. And it basically is comprised of doctors, nurses, and other specialists who help, you know, with symptom management and pain management. They coordinate care with your current physician and anyone else who's part of your healthcare team. They also assist with developing your care plan and then help you with insurance forms, making decisions for the options of your care, and also help with like advanced directives and life-sustaining, the Maryland Order for Life-Sustaining Treatments, or the MOLS. So it's important that people have that made and decide that while they still are able to make those decisions for themselves. The difference between hospice and palliative care is hospice is typically geared for people who have a serious illness where their life expectancy is 6 months or less. But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes it's people come on hospice and stay with us longer. Sometimes people actually even graduate from hospice because they get better, they stabilize. But usually when they come on hospice, they're choosing not to continue with that curative treatment, or when treatments are not so effective anymore. And it's choosing a quality of life versus, visits back and forth to the hospital. It's a Medicare benefit. We all paid into that, and it was established in 1983. Both palliative and hospice are covered under Medicare. With hospice, it's covered at 100%, and most insurances kind of, if you're like on a Medicare Advantage plan, or if you're in like a commercial plan still working, it covers it the same way as hospice does usually. And again, the life expectancy is 6 months or less. If the illness runs its course, its typical course. So the philosophy with hospice, okay, we're going to try and go to the next screen. Oh, did it go up? There we go. Huh, not advancing. There we go. Oops, now I went too far. There we go. All right, so with the philosophy with hospice, the goal of hospice is to prioritize comfort and quality of life, and honor the individual's wishes. And comfort is defined by each person. It's their individual definition. It can include addressing physical, emotional, spiritual, and social needs. And hospice, we care for you wherever you call home. The hospice care patient-directed goals are interwoven throughout the care process, and your goals of care can change as time goes on. Your hospice team is comprised of nurses, home health aides, the hospice physician, chaplain, social workers, and trained volunteers. And your personal physician can be part of that coordination of care as well. So they can be part of that. Okay, and so with the role of hospice team, they manage the patient's symptoms and pain. We provide emotional and spiritual support for patient and family. They provide medications, medical supplies, equipment, coaches, caregivers on how to care for the patient, since hospice comes into the home, but the visit is a visit. It's not, we're not there 24/7, but we do provide care 24/7. So like if there's an urgent need, if there's an exasperation, we can have a rapid response team come out to help the caregiver and stabilize the patient. We also make short-term inpatient care available, either in our inpatient centers, which we have one located in Waldorf and then Charles County, and then the other is located up in Anne Arundel County in Pasadena. So if the symptoms are too hard to manage at home, we can get the patient to those inpatient center and stabilize them, and then we can get them back home. We also have inpatient contracts with the local hospitals, Calvert Hospital, as well as Charles Regional, where we have general inpatient beds there. So if there's somebody that is not going to be able to be home because of their needs are so great, they can be at the hospital and get hospice care there. And we also provide grief support, or known as bereavement support. That bereavement support is through our sister company, Chesapeake Life Support Center. The Chesapeake Life Center is grief support, and it's available to everyone in the community, not just anyone on hospice or families that have been that are from hospice. And we do grief counseling, we do grief support groups, we do them at the senior centers, we do them virtually as well as in person, and family-centered grief support, and we also have bereavement camps. We do that in the summertime, usually for the kids, for children that have lost somebody. It's a nice little weekend camp, but it's open to the community, and if there's like a community need, if there's some kind of crisis that happens, we're here for that as well. And it's with bereavement hospice, you get 13 months of bereavement support. But if you are not part of, like you weren't on, if someone in your family wasn't on hospice, they have a sliding scale costs. That's how they determine that. So, does anyone have questions or comments or? No?
Anyone on council?
I just want to say that, a lot of people don't know how far hospice goes. It's not just for the end of the line. So it's always good information every year when you come because, when you first came, when I first joined the town council, I had no clue. So it's always good information and very helpful.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having us. And I do have some handouts in the back if anyone wants them. Just different, like when it's time, and it's great to have those conversations with people when they still are able to make those decisions for themselves. Because that takes a lot of pressure off of the families when they can tell the family, you can tell the person what you want, how you want this to go. So it's living life on your terms.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have the Public Safety Report. Sergeant Norton. Can't see. It got me all messed up.
Good evening, everyone. Sergeant Norton with the Sheriff's Office. Everyone got a copy of the, is it not on? Sorry, still getting used to that. Everyone received a copy of the town report. For June 2026, the Calvert County Sheriff's Office, Twin Beaches, we handled 80 calls for service in the North Beach area, which was slightly down from the 97 calls handled in May the previous month. During June, we had 510 self-initiated activities to include patrol checks, traffic stops, and follow-ups to open cases. Two things of note. We had a CDS violation. This was a call that two of the deputies received early in the morning for a hit-and-run motor vehicle accident. Lady had hit a vehicle and fled the scene. So they got into the area, located her, conducted a traffic stop. She was placed under arrest for leaving the scene of the accident because she admitted that she knew she hit the vehicle and left. In search incident to arrest, she was found to be in possession of prescription medications that did not belong to her. So she was transported to the jail and received the appropriate charges. We did have a missing 16-year-old juvenile from an address on Frederick Avenue. Deputies responded out there on the 23rd, took the report. The juvenile was entered into NCIC as missing. All measures were taken that evening to try to locate him. Mom did not feel it was an emergency or anything. He was probably at a friend's house. The next day we came out and the day work deputies and I canvassed the area. We ended up doing follow-ups and he came back home while we were actually there talking to Mom. So worked out nicely. We were able to speak with him and we got him and Mom the appropriate resources that they needed to help them with what's going on with them. We've also been hammering away at the parking issues. I was just telling Councilman Hummel and Councilwoman Haley before the meeting, we are chipping away at that for you. It'll be on next month's, but we did have a lot, obviously, for July because we had a lot of visitors. So a lot of people going the wrong way on the one-way, so they were made to realize what they were doing. But 4th of July was... July 3rd. I get so used to saying the 4th was a good time. Everyone had a good time, and we had very few incidents. But are there any questions?
I just want to say thank you guys for being out in the heat as much as everybody else can be out in the heat
Yes.
and just staying healthy and safe doing it. So,
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. I actually spoke with one of your deputies down on the 3rd, down at the boardwalk. So thank you guys did a good job. Thank you for that. And
Thank you.
and if you could also, and I'm not saying that you're not, but if you could, you didn't mention it, so I'm going to mention it. Could you keep an eye on the handicap spots at the post office?
Yes.
I pulled up yesterday, and there was someone sitting there that didn't have a handicap tag, and I could see they didn't have a placard in there, one there as well. So I don't always do it, but mine was hanging down because I forgot it was hanging because I got to take it down. And when they saw that, they scooted up to the very end, tried to get out of their spots, and then their kid came out of the post office, hopped in the car, and they took off. So if you could just kind of
Yep.
keep an eye on that. And tomorrow, guys ready?
Looking forward to it.
Plan is in
I will
place.
be there.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna say with bells on, but I will be, no, I'm teasing. Yes, we,
I know you guys
fully
do a great
staffed
job.
and everyone's looking forward to it. We're hoping it goes nice and smoothly, and,
Yeah, I'm
that
sure
way
it
we
will.
can continue having them.
Yeah, I think it will. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. And as always, I'll be here till the end if anyone thinks of anything and needs to speak with me.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move on to staff reports. We'll start with the town administrator. Linda?
Good evening, Council. On the public, Linda Vassallo, Town Administrator. I just want to give you some quick updates, and at the end, I'm going to wrap up with just what we have for the first Friday update for tomorrow. The FY26 budget ended beautifully. We are going to end with a budget surplus, and I'll tell you what that surplus is when we finish our audit. Joanne Hunt is already working on that with our team. We have made notable progress on the FY26 CIP. We just kicked off the 27 CIP, so we'll be sending an additional update on that. We have rolled out the FY27 budget. We are closing out the FY26 purchase orders now. The FY28 planning schedule is in place, which I'll be sending out to council beginning of next week. Staff's had a chance to review it and they've signed off on it. Numerous constituent resources that I continue to mention every month, just the town website. If you see something you want on there, as a member of the public, please let us know. We'll do our best to accommodate. If you see errors, let us know. We will definitely accommodate. There is an election portal on our website that we continually update and take recommendations on. And our new online systems should be rolling out by the end of September. So I'm sure the public's going to be happy about that. That's the online permitting and code enforcement systems. Just quickly going over the upcoming council agenda items. In August of '26, we are planning, potentially planning a joint public hearing on the ADUs. That will likely slide till September based on additional feedback we expect to get from the Planning Commission. That's why I have a work session tentative for September 3rd on your report. Your State of the Town will be your FY26 report. If you recall, we moved that from a February brief to a September brief, so it actually encapsulated the full fiscal year you're reporting on. We are also working on preparing input to bring back to council for a proposed change to the fee schedule because we've gotten feedback on the special event permit costs. They are a little high for smaller groups, so we have taken a look at that internally and we'll be bringing back some recommendations that I think it will make it more affordable and reasonable for smaller groups to participate in. You have an update on your FY26 open RFPs and invitations to bid next month. Should we have additional information on any new projects, you'll get that in your report. And just wrapping up with First Fridays, I want to thank the Sheriff's Office for their help in helping us do what we believe is the best thing we can do to protect our brick and mortar business, the residents that are coming and live in town, and our visitors that are coming into town. It is notably different than what we've done in the past. You've seen the fence that's up to try and monitor and block people from getting into the access points. There will be a strict restriction on minors. If you are a minor without an adult guardian, 18 and under, you will not be permitted. We have messaging out on 260, excuse me, to that effect. I know that, I saw it today. And we have been heavily messaging that on social media, e-blasts. There will be Sandra's boards out tomorrow. We have a 3-person control on every access point, which will include a deputy. So we are well prepared to handle tomorrow or whatever comes at us, we hope. And we're just hoping it's going to be a great event, but we are ready. So, and the Sheriff's Department's been amazing. The staff has been amazing. They've all stepped up. So if you see anything, let me know. If there's any questions, I will have my phone on me all night. And that's it.
Any questions? All right, thank you, Linda. Next, we'll move to Joanne with finance.
Evening, how are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Hello.
Good to be here, good to see y'all. You have your treasurer's report in front of you for the period ending June 30th. I'm not going to go over every single item. If you have questions, you can always send them to me. The most notable items are the combined funds variance. Last month it was 70%. This month it's 82.81. And then the other notable thing is that the fourth quarter water and sewer billing that Chloe's working on won't be until the end of July. So that'll be an accrual for our auditors at the end of the year, just so you're aware.
I just had one question. With the gambling revenue, do we expect any more, or do we think that number is the end?
No, we expect more.
Okay.
Because the last one we received was actually for April.
Okay, so we expect another
Yeah.
chunk to come in, okay.
Yeah.
So then that number will go up, okay.
I have a question. In the water and sewer, there was a line item, there were a couple line items. One was, I believe it was reimbursements. I did submit a question about this, but I don't know where it went. But there's something about reimbursements for water and sewer in that chart. I don't think it's in our packet. It
Okay.
was in the online version.
Okay, I can look that up for you and get a response back to you.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? No? Thank you, Joanne.
All right, thank you.
Councilwoman Crosby, do you know, is that for both the water and sewer accounts, or is it
Yeah, it was just the sewer.
for both line items?
Yeah.
Okay, I will take care of it.
Next, we'll go to Kevin with Marketing Communications.
Good evening, Town Council. You have my report in front of you. It was finished being written on June 29th. We have pretty much an event every weekend here, family-friendly events for everybody to participate in, whether it's at the waterfront, the farmers market, or over at the North Beach Senior Center. Please come out, get involved. This is all about community. Our Osprey camera, since we got it fixed and replaced, is down again. I'm aware. I'm working on it every day. I appreciate the passion. I know we got a little near fledgling out there, so I'm on it. We have to work with our IT vendor, and we have to work with the installer to make sure everything is back online. But it is top of mind, and I do appreciate the notifications. We will begin work back on saddles here shortly, so I'll continue our outreach campaign related to that. And then I anticipate our IQ Fiber vendor beginning construction here shortly as well, and we will do an outreach campaign very similar to how we're messaging the water saddles, the affected areas, what to expect, et cetera, et cetera. If you have any questions for me?
Do we have IQ Fiber's planned attack path that we might be able to share, even if it's in draft or?
I believe a permit package is still in review.
Okay.
I know Rick's on top of that. It would be over to Donnie next to review with any comments. But there is a draft somewhere
Okay.
working internally.
Okay. Cool, that was all I had.
So this draft,
Mhm.
when you guys finish, what's the plan from there?
The plan for us would be to begin the outreach of letting residents know where the affected areas are going to be as they begin construction.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump on this. So when you all finish that, can you make sure you bring it to us
Sure,
before you start executing?
absolutely.
Thanks.
Yep,
All right, thank you, Kevin.
thank you.
Planning and zoning, Rick is on leave. Linda,
I got you. I'm going to be Rick. I'm going to try to be Rick. So you have before you his monthly report. I just want to point out that the Planning Commission met on the 25th and briefly discussed the accessory dwelling unit changes. We are incorporating that into our presentation for council. And the Board of Appeals met on the 29th and approved 2 vacation rentals. And then below that is your monthly chart of inspections and violations, and I will do my best to answer any questions you have.
I have a question. I probably know what it is. Where are we on the comp plan review?
The comp plan was just sent back to the state with additional updates, and I will get a schedule on when that's coming back. I think it literally went Monday.
Okay. Any other questions for Linda as Rick? Nope. All right, thank you. All right, Public Works, Donnie.
Good evening, everyone. We are rolling along on all our CIP projects, as y'all have been hearing about for the last couple of meetings. We continue to roll along with them. One that we're getting close to finishing up is the Callis Park bathroom. We had to wait a couple weeks for the fence contractor, but we did get the electrical, we got the plumbing finals. We do have the fence up now. We had to wait on the fence because that isolates the Boys and Girls Club from that pump station there. And we didn't want to take the old fence down and leave that open for kids and all to get there. So that fence has been installed. Now we have a grading final scheduled for tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And once we do that, we should be able to get the final and open up, I'd say, as early as Monday. Inspectors have been out, don't see any issues. Also like to report, and I don't like to say this too loud, but so far that project's under budget coming in. I expect it to come in under the money that the council approved for us to do it. So hopefully we stay on that track, and I don't foresee any issues to make it go over. So we're under budget on that. Rick is working, Councilman Dodson, on the permit process. They wanted to get a permit from the town for the IQ fiber, and it's mainly they're bringing in the backbone, they call it. So once he gets that completed, he'll get it to me, and me and Kevin will get together. And like I said, we'll put it out as we do for the water saddles. And Kevin will, it's pretty much coming up First Street, turning to Dayton, and over to Third, and then going up Third to Frederick Avenue, because they want to put in the main spur, as they call it, of the system. So that's kind of, but we will do, as you see when he puts out the saddles with the streets marked, actually we'll do that the same process for that. Another thing I wanted to, Councilman Humble, you had asked about the pavement over there. That schedule, we partnered with Burn Oaks. They're going to do some paving work in there anyway.
Nice.
Kristen called me, and they have a contractor coming in the 17th of July, so we're going to get that patch taken care of, and we got a much better price by doing it in conjunction with them.
Yes, we saved the mobilization fee.
Yeah,
Nice.
we saved about 10 grand doing the whole project, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do-
it came in at 40, and the other contract was 30 if we did everything. Our portion is nowhere near that much for the patch, but it was, we worked with them to get it done at the same time, so. That's scheduled for, if they ask or somebody asking Burn Oaks, the 17th of July.
Awesome. Do we still have unit prices on paving and concrete like we used to, or have we?
We're working on that with Mr. Fowler. We're working on maybe, with the saddles, we want to get all them done first, and then we're looking at maybe getting a bond to then pave once that's completed, so
Okay.
we're looking at that.
Okay, I just know that always made your projects easy to like estimate. Back when we had those unit prices, you could easily go, it's this square footage, it's this much, we could ballpark it.
We
So-
are, myself and Amanda are working on a patch contract for the asphalt to put out now to do the saddle patch, and any patches around town before we do the majority of the paving, she has that ready to go. That I expect to be advertised probably Monday. And that's a unit price patching type contract.
Okay.
So that'll take care of any small items or any patches we need. So we want to put that out, and we'll be able to mill, patch, and seal coat kind of.
Sweet.
So that is going out, and we expect, like say 2 weeks, we should have the prices back.
Thank you and your guys for being out in the heat
Right.
and doing everything you need to be safe in the heat. I understand that pain from my job, so
We've been
thank
a
you for
warm
that.
one. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Nick, if I could. So on the offshore breakwater project, I see here there's going to be a meeting mid-July to discuss the permitting.
Mr. Klein, who, I don't know if you remember the engineer that came in with Calvert Soil Conservation, he actually called today, and I haven't got with Linda yet, but he wanted to meet next Tuesday because what we're meeting about is, remember he was talking about the bridge up in Philadelphia? They're getting ready to demo that bridge, so I wanted to get with him, with us, with staff. He called me around 2 o'clock today, and I need to get with you to see if that's good Tuesday. He wanted to come down, set up a meeting to look at where we're at. And we are first on the list to get that recycled material if we're ready for it and we can proceed. So I want to see what he's talking about, ins and outs, and he's going to go over. He also has reached out to the MDE permit.
That's what I was getting to, because, you know, sometimes they can
Right.
take a while.
Right, we
So-
don't wanna,
Pardon me?
no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. He has reached out to them and already showed them the project, and he's gonna give us an update Tuesday on that also, like where we stand with MDE. And-
Okay.
Because before we purchase anything or look at that recycled material, we wanna make sure that that's usable for MDE and they're on board with it. But he's also working at a couple other big projects. He was working on the Key Bridge project, so he's
Okay.
familiar with those people at MDE. But he's gonna update on all of that next week if we're available.
Thanks.
And we'll bring that to council, if we don't have August or September, we can notify y'all by email after we meet.
Thank you.
We'll send out a quick, bullet
Summary.
points about the
Yep.
meeting. Yeah, we'll send out
Perfect.
an email about what we talked about.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Greg asked my question.
Oh,
So,
Well,
good,
you can
yeah,
come
and
up
you're
with
gonna give
another
the update, because you know I'm excited about that project. But, also, good job with your crew, with everything that's been going on,
Thanks.
and dealing with the heat as well.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thanks to Public Works. We had a water main or a saddle, something busted on Bedford somewhere, I believe. And they came out, it was like 2 in the morning, and worked through, what, 5 in the morning, something like that?
And Father's Day.
Yeah, on Father's Day. Yeah.
That was
So, and of course, we have our water, so thank you so much, and thanks for the whole team.
Thank you. I was very impressed. I called our town administrator, and she answered on the first ring at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got to go ahead and I brought in I had a hard time getting a hold of some help that night, but then we did. And then it was another saddle that came off, so that's going to be also on the saddle list. And most of them have been on Bedford Court, so it's odd that they're right in that area. I don't know what it is, but the saddle was totally ate up. And that was put in like 2006.
Yeah, that's the second one in Bedford that went.
Second or third, yeah, right.
That have gone, but yes, definitely you were there. Because I woke up and I said, what is that sound? And of course, you're bringing in the backhoe. I'm like, what is going on? So thank you, it was rapid, it was wonderful, and just on behalf of everybody up in San Francisco, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Donnie, quick question, about his saddle breaking. What material is that made out of? Is it different than what we're putting in now?
Paper mache.
Okay, good, because it's broken
much
twice,
different.
right? So,
I wasn't in here, wasn't working for the town at the time, that infrastructure was put in, but that has to be one of the cheapest metals I've seen for being that new. It's like a
Yep.
hollow, and I don't know. It was a bad batch, but we're putting in all stainless steel now, and even the piece that goes to the house is stainless steel. And
Up
we're
there,
using HCP tubing, so we're getting rid of anything that could rust. This is the regular old iron that hadn't, just metal, but it's even cheap looking metal, so they must have got a deal or something. They're pretty rough.
so are you replacing the ones in Bedford as well?
I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
After seeing those.
Yeah, and I don't know how that really works with your HOA, Ken, but, 2 times, 3's a charm, is that what they say?
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but the developer did a lot of cutting of corners on various things.
Go ahead and say it.
I didn't wanna say that either, but I
I
think you're,
concur.
Okay,
main-
that's what I say about it.
Right. The main problem up there is gonna be, we like to plan that, but it's the parking, and that's gonna have to be coordinated
Exactly,
a little bit better or tighter up there because of the area. We're lucky, at 2 o'clock in the morning that a car wasn't in that spot, and we just happened to luck out. And that was the only spot I think it wasn't a car there. So we lucked out and were able to saw cut and remove the pavement and didn't have to go around knocking on doors, because that's a challenge at 2 o'clock in the morning up there. You meet some different characters at that hour. So it's either they're asleep or they're up, and they should be asleep sometimes. But, but thanks for that.
All right, thank you, Donnie.
Yep.
All right, next we'll go to Waterfront and Parks, Emma and Paige.
I'll go first. Hi, Emma Donaldson, Waterfront and Parks Director. Good to see you all. It's almost mid-July, so we're rolling with operations down at the waterfront. It's speeding by for us. So You're gonna start seeing some reports with numbers in my summary, so let me know what you wanna see. I had a conversation with Councilman Hummel earlier on of some data he would like to see. So if you wanna see trends or data of any sorts at the waterfront while we're in operation, let me know. And other than that, I'll let Paige talk. She's got a lot to talk about today. Yes.
The data I asked for was average temperature and how many days it rained
Yep.
in the period.
That was my question.
So,
Yeah. So we do weather reports daily on our logs. We track all sorts of information. So I can pull, our heaviest rain days and maybe why that's why revenue was slow that day. I can pull all sorts of information. So if you want to get with me one-on-one and we can chat about what kind of trends you'd like to see, I can definitely do that for you guys.
I would like to see some resident usage data if possible. I don't know if it's possible to capture it, but it
Yep.
would be good.
I-
Is it in there? I'm sorry, excuse me.
No, that's okay. Yep, I do have some resident numbers on there.
Yeah.
If you pull up, I have resident fishing and then resident usage as well. Yep, and I also have season passes and how many actually came to get season passes, and that's tenants versus owners and all that fun stuff, so, yep.
I'd like to see what it was during the period of time last year. So what is the difference
Yep.
between happened last year
I
and
can
happened this year? So just
absolutely
add that
pull
in.
previous year trends.
that would be
Yep,
great.
absolutely, I'll have that in my next report for sure.
all right.
Awesome, I'll let Paige take it.
Hi, everybody. Paige Stevens, Town Naturalist. It's been a little bit since I've seen you guys. I don't have a ton to add to the Parks report. One fun, important update is about a beach toy bin. So I've very recently, was reached out to by a Girl Scout troop who is looking to complete their Bronze Award. And I sent them a few options, and that is what they want to do. I know since we had the toy bin at the Nature Center, I have gotten a lot of questions about getting one at the beach, and I think it's a great idea. So it's gonna take a couple months of me meeting with these girls. They're early middle school age, so it's gonna be more of a joint effort between me, some of the other waterfront staff, working with them, getting to them to build it, to paint it. Our first meeting is actually gonna be this Saturday. We're gonna meet, talk about pollution, what its effects on wildlife is, and then we are gonna get the ball rolling on building and getting that bin painted. It likely will not be until the end of August that it's actually installed, but hopefully we have a couple nice weeks of beach usage after it's put up. I also wanted to talk about the Sunrise Garden osprey and koi interactions that have been going on. So we're aware that there's been a lot of concerns regarding the ospreys preying on the koi fish at Sunrise Gardens. We understand a lot of community members have become very attached to those fish, as have us as staff. We want to assure everybody that it is being very closely monitored. At this time, the koi population remains healthy and stable. The ponds are monitored daily by myself through fish population assessments, water quality testing, and just watching their overall behavior, looking for signs of stress, or maybe there's a koi laying eggs today, taking note of different things like that. Based on my current observations, intervention is not warranted. However, the town is prepared to take appropriate action if conditions change. Each spring, ospreys migrate to North Beach to nest and raise their young. As the town's official bird, they are an important part of our coastal ecosystem. Declining populations of menhaden, their primary food source, may be contributing to ospreys seeking food in developed areas, including Sunrise Garden. We have evaluated potential deterrents. Many methods, including netting and sound devices, could negatively impact other native wildlife that depends on Sunrise Garden. If intervention becomes necessary, we are prepared to use visual deterrents that protect both the koi fish and the surrounding ecosystem. Town of North Beach, we remain committed to balancing wildlife conservation with responsible stewardship of our public spaces, and we will continue to monitor the situation throughout the nesting season. And I would also like to say, I know a lot of people see me out there every day at Sunrise Garden. Please feel free to come up to me, talk to me. I've met so many residents at this point, especially them with their kids, getting to feed the koi fish, so never hesitate. If you see me, come by the Nature Center, ask me any questions that you have. But does anybody from council have any questions for me?
Thank you for that info. And all the activities you do down at the Nature Center. How has the horseshoe crab tagging been going?
Excellent. We have tagged over 300 horseshoe crabs this year. It is slowing down considerably. We are going to have, I know Councilwoman Healy was out with us on our sunrise walk recently. We are going to try and do another program to get the public out and involved with horseshoe crabs. It likely won't involve tagging itself, but still, you will get to learn about the project. You just may not get to see it up close, but learn more about, their populations here in the Bay. But we are looking forward to next year and the following years. We've really kind of hit the ground running this year, and we're hoping to do even more.
That
each
was my
year.
question, was are we going to keep it going each year to try and tag more or see if any return?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
so far this year, I've gotten about 5 that have been seen again, that has been reported to me, which, considering it's only been a couple months, feels like good data. Whether it's good with the horseshoe crabs or not is debatable. But yes, the longer that you do a study like this, the better data you'll receive. So it's important that it happens for as long as we can. And we will have opportunities for volunteers to get involved as it goes on as well, because I know a lot of people are interested in helping out.
Awesome.
And that's what we talked about earlier. And there's going to be opportunity for people to keep track of this. And you might, have a little bit of a crew that wants to help out. There's already a lot of people interested, as you know, in the horseshoe crabs. And so I think that's going to be a good little volunteer group right there. And yeah, you guys are doing a great job. And, I love popping in the Nature Center and especially catching you two in their head-to-head brainstorming. And I like listening to that too. So yeah, good job. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And my little by chance meeting in there.
Quick question, who is doing the monitoring and maintaining the monitoring data?
So it's a tiered question. So for all the ones that are tagged in North Beach, I'm keeping my own personal record. So when they are found again, I can make a note of it in my data. And also, I didn't even know this, but somebody told me the other day, U.S. Fish and Wildlife also has my information. So if they're found in North Beach, they're sending them to me too. And then it is also going to U.S. Fish and Wildlife for their large database. Because we're interested, on a really small scale, we want to know, are these horseshoe crabs coming back to our local beaches each year? But on a grand scale of the Chesapeake Bay, we want to know more things about longevity and spawning. So
Yeah.
they're going to 2 places.
Yeah, the biggest question I had was just, because I know a little bit about horseshoe crabs, but I don't know that there's that much known about their migratory movements and whether or not they are, you get the same crabs coming back to the same beach every year.
Yep.
And so that's going to be an interesting data to keep track of.
I think it'll be really exciting, especially for a considerably small area compared to where the epicenter is around the Delaware Bay. We don't get the same amount of numbers as them, but they are still a really important part of our ecosystem, and we see them all along the shores here. So it will be nice to
Well, I think
look
it'll
back.
also help keep track of population numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we are gonna find out that there's more horseshoe crabs in the bay than the general public thinks there is.
No, I think there's quite a few.
Yes.
Anyway, I was actually, where was I? over on the Eastern Shore is when we were at the MML conference. I was sitting over there pulling horseshoe crabs out of the rocks over there.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
It's not just us. Sometimes I feel like the issues we're seeing with horseshoe crabs feel really specific to us and really local. They're happening everywhere. If anybody's ever been between Delaware and New Jersey on their ferry, that's what I always point out to people, right there where the ferry docks. This time of year, thousands of them are stuck up there on their rocks. So it's not a unique problem to us. It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's all across
Happens
the East
anywhere
Coast.
where you have that riprap.
Absolutely.
And the crabs.
Yep.
Emma, quick question for you.
Yes.
Do we, you talk about all the information, the weather and everything that you maintain, collect. Do we do daily collections of any type on the water quality in the beach?
We do quality with Paige at the Sunrise Garden, and then I believe Calvert County comes through. DNR will pop by and they do testing, I think bi-weekly down at our waterfront.
Bi-weekly?
Yes.
And where is,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people ask me about that. I'm just wondering, where is that information if
I
somebody wanted it?
believe that would be with DNR at Calvert County.
Calvert County? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably state DNR.
State
I'm pretty
DNR.
sure I know where to find it. I can get that information over to you guys.
Yeah, I'm assuming that, if it was a problem, then the red flags would go up and,
Yes, we always get notified if
Yeah.
the red flags need to go up, and they
But
go up immediately.
it
Absolutely.
would be good. I mean, I think if people had a way of being able to check in and see it for themselves, to know kind of what the water quality is, the bacteria levels and everything else, so.
Absolutely, yep.
Anyone else? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Next, we'll move on to public comment. If you'd like to speak, please use the podium microphone at the back. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes and speak on town issues on the agenda. Anything else we can take in writing and get back to you. We can put in something we can answer, whatever you need. If you're online, please put it in the chat. And we'll sort of wait a second to see if anything pops up.
We're going to start with the in-room speakers, if that's okay. We have 2 signed up for that are in person.
Yeah, absolutely.
First one is Brian from End Hunger.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello. Hi. My name is Brian Martin. I am the CEO of End Hunger in Calvert County. And I just wanted to come this evening to thank the town of North Beach for all that you do for us and our dragon boat race. I know Emma and her team is very helpful. We come down, we take over the boardwalk for that Saturday in June, and it's a lot. And we just want to thank all of North Beach and the town of North Beach for all their support over the years. I've been the CEO for the past 2 years, and it's been absolutely wonderful. So just here to thank everyone for supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. All right, our next speaker is Grace Mary Brady from Bayside History Museum.
Good evening, Town Council. Grace Mary Brady with the Bayside History Museum. I want to thank you very much for helping us with the situation that we've had in the alley for the last month. We are a family museum. We employ a lot of minors, and we had not been able to use the extensive collections that we have on the exterior wall of the museum in the alley, because we had a gentleman there that was using the alley as a lavatory every day. So when I would go out with, for instance, this week I had my 100+ kids from Boys and Girls Club, and I couldn't have them go out to do their scavenger hunt for Colonel Gregory and his new exhibit that's in the alley. Last week we had Greenbelt come down with a couple tour buses, and without thinking, because I'm in the habit of being able to open that back door, I had to stop in my tracks because somebody was going to the bathroom in the alley. So thank you. It really is a family museum, and we hire minors. We have anywhere from 3 to 5 high school students every summer, and I've had to go out with them every single morning to water the pollinator garden just to assure their safety and to make sure that everything was okay. So we appreciate your help, and it'll be nice this weekend to be back to normal and be able to take people out. For those who haven't been there, we have an extensive exhibit to Colonel Frederick Gregory, who was an astronaut. He's actually given a talk in this very town hall. His father started Camp Chesapeake, which was the African-American Boy Scout camp in Calvert County. So when you invest more than $7,000 for one exhibit, you want people to be able to, it is set up so that they can stand on either side of the sign and take their picture with Colonel Gregory and Admiral Reason. And it's part of our educational opportunity for people to appreciate not just scouting, but how scouting formed the careers of an admiral and a colonel. We also have a pollinator garden, which is beautiful. It's part of our scavenger hunts, and people would go out and pick out the items on the scavenger. So it's nice to be back to normal again, and I just thought it was important to come here in person, and thank you for helping us with that. And then I want to invite you sometime this month, before the first week in August, if you get an opportunity, we are celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the North Beach Volunteer Fire Department. We have the most beautiful, exquisite, new exhibits. We actually have pants, and you're gonna laugh when I say this, but our old fire department guys wrote their name on the pants pocket and the year, because they handed things like pants along to new people that were coming in. We have pants from the fire department in 1929. We have original fire chief jackets that were worn in the 30s and 40s. We are in the location of the original fire department. We've got a huge fire hydrant, hoses, all kinds of anything that you can imagine for the fire department. So please stop by and see this, because we're getting ready for the parade and all the big events that we're going to have in August. So it's really a thank you, and it's an invitation to stop by whenever you can. Are there any questions?
No,
Okay.
I have no questions, but thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mary,
And thanks
for
for the
your help.
tour. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, Grace Mary. All right. Did anything come up in chat?
We're double checking, but I don't believe so.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right, next we'll move on to business items. First one is the 2026 Town of North Beach election update. Linda?
So now I'm going to be Stacy. I'm going to try to be Stacy. So Councilwoman Crosby asked us to provide an update on the agenda on where we are with the town election, and just give a quick update on our process. We've updated the website, and we're continuing to tweak that with additional information requests that come in. We do have an election calendar. We checked that this evening. It looks like it's not functioning, so I need to take that under advisement and fix it tomorrow. Candidate information packets are published on the town's website. Anybody that wants a packet can come also into Town Hall and receive one. We are coordinating with the Board of Elections to make sure we're in compliance with all the state election requirements. We also are coordinating with our vendor on the ballot design, voting equipment, accuracy of the testing, election judge training, and election day support. The election judges and alternate judges were selected by the council, and they will complete all the required training needed to execute their duties. Once the candidate filing period closes, the Board of Supervisors of Elections will review the candidates' filing packages and certify those who have met the qualifications. Our public outreach will continue through the website, and if needed, all of our other communications channels out there. We have not received a lot of questions, but we have a good idea of what the FAQ should be, so we have posted some of those. We will complete all the remaining election prep, including all the publishing of all the required legal notices, finalizing the voting equipment, accuracy of testing, conducting election judge training, election materials, et cetera, so that we're ready on November 3rd for the municipal election. And I think that I just want to pause here and just remind everybody that in Town Hall, we're voting for the mayor and the town council. The remainder of the candidate elections are over at the North Beach File Department, and we'll make sure that that is clear in our communications. That is where we are. I think we're in a good spot. You'll see some ramped up communications beginning probably mid to late September, so that we have about 5 to 6 weeks of active communications. A little bit early to get out there now, particularly since our filing period has not closed for council and mayor. And that is the end of that report. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Ms. Vassallo, who is providing the training to the election judges, and where is that training coming from?
That I need to get you the answer on. Okay.
The filing deadline is the end of August, right? It's like August 28th or something?
I believe it's the 25th, but I will get that information to you.
Yep. All right, no other questions. We'll move on to the next one. And that is the Beach Toy Library.
Well, this is going to be really short.
Right? Right?
I got stood up by the Girl Scouts.
It just means you can help them, that's all.
So,
That'd be great for Grace.
yeah, well, I mean, no, it came sort of like at the same time, because I asked for it earlier this week, and then you just, I mean, I think like a Girl Scout, I guess. I don't know. So yes, please keep us informed about this. I think this is a great idea. It's a great community project to be in harmony with, you know, our pirate boat, is that we have an area for where they can exchange toys. And I would just like to see it as another anchor there for all the kids. So please definitely keep me informed, but definitely keep everybody here informed, because it sounds like a great project that I wish I thought of it myself.
And then also, I guess if the Girl Scouts need anything from us.
Yes.
Call
Just,
Ken.
yeah,
call me.
Call Ken.
Call me. So thank you for doing that. That's all I've got now.
Next, we'll move on to reports. I'm going to start at Greg and work down this way to make it a little bit easier.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Thank those that are online for attending. Just try to keep cool, be safe, and that's it.
Thank you, Greg. Michelle?
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say thank you so much to the CEO of Community Harvest Network. Are we still doing that, or End Hunger is? Okay. So I want to say thank you so much for all that you do. I think it's important to celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival in North Beach, but we also need to talk about the reason why we're having a Dragon Boat Festival. And I want to raise awareness to the fact that the economic circumstances in this country and in this city are hitting people very hard. That is ranging from individuals, but also to firms. So people are not able to keep up. And so it is incumbent on us to raise those voices up. And for firms that are not doing their responsibilities, so they're collecting funds for things, but they're not actually doing what they are supposed to be doing, I will not hesitate to go to the Attorney General's office to discuss this with them. So people should know that I will do that, and we have one incident of that going on now. So thank you for what you do, and let's keep the affected persons at the center of what we do.
Thank you. Ken?
Thank you for everybody coming out tonight. We're now in high summer, and please keep calm, keep cool. When we had the high heat, I was doing yard work for some godforsaken reason, and got rather lightheaded, so I had to. It was getting close to a heat stroke. So that will sneak up on you really fast, and you don't realize until it was almost like an outer body experience. I had to come back inside and keep cool for a while. So otherwise, enjoy your summer, everyone. We're now hit it, and we're at high season, so it's going to be good. So thank you, Emma and everybody down there at the waterfront of keeping things going along, so it's great. And how are T-shirt sales going? Are we going with those? Good and well? Okay, good. Yep, good. Always. There we go. That's what I like to hear. Otherwise, thank you all for coming, and see you in the middle of the fall, because we don't have anything in August, right? Unless if that happens.
Yeah. Thank you, Ken. Alan?
First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I too, the Dragon Boat Festival, thank you, thank you. I have all but 1 year since it's been coming down here. I've rowed in a boat and have always had a good time. And so it's something, I think it's a great community event, and it serves a wonderful purpose, and I hope it continues. The other thing, tomorrow night, First Friday again, yeah, I know we have new things in place, and it's going to look a little bit different, but I trust that everything is going to go well, and it will be a good family event, and I would still encourage, I will be there, I'm gonna go check it out, and I encourage everyone else to come out, and you know, continue to enjoy that event. The only other thing, be safe tonight, there's storms, rain, so that's it.
Thank you, Alan. Mary?
Everybody, thank you for, well, I think we lost some of our people online. They tuned out, so, you know, okay, thanks for coming. And you guys, thanks for coming. Michelle, Brian, Grace, Mary, thank you so much for your presentations and your words. As you know, we love the Bayside Museum, the History Museum, and I love going there, and there's always something new, as you mentioned, Grace Mary. And Michelle, I always learn something, and I hope somebody else learns something every time you come and talk about hospice. And, you know, Brian, you know, we've been working with you. At least I know since I've been on council, I've been involved with End Hunger, and it's a great cause. We always have a good time. I love going out and seeing all the tents, all the people, you know, watching Alan sweat. And, you know, they all do such a great job, and you do a great job putting this all together and working with the town. And of course, you know, we got First Friday coming up, and, you know, I know you guys are gonna do great. You've put a great plan together. You know, it's been a collaborative effort, and I think it's gonna show tomorrow. And, you know, I'm excited to go down and check it out myself. So I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you all for sticking it out to the end. Not too sure why the people left online, but maybe they have things to do. I'll see everybody tomorrow at Friday, First Friday. And then next Saturday, the 18th, we have our second movie of the summer, Zootopia 2. It's going to be a fun kids movie. I'm hoping it's nice and cool, because on a beach, kids, and it's hot, it's not always fun, but I'll be there. We got a trailer to help store the movie equipment so we can get it out of the town hall, get it a little bit more functional, get it more usable, make setup quicker and easier, and hopefully also have space in that trailer for some other waterfront event stuff so that we can have better storage and utilization of everything. So I'm happy about that. With that, stay cool, stay safe, and then Linda, were you able to find out the time frame for the election?
I did. It's August 25th. We're typically closed at 4:30, but we are required to stay open until 5 o'clock that evening, just in case anybody comes in at the last minute. And if I could.
Wait,
I'm
Mrs.
sorry.
I think it says August 24th at 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
25th. 25th. We pulled that one for the FAQ, I believe, right from the charter. I'll triple check it, but
On the application, it may be different, but we can check.
Take a peek of it. And if I could, really quick, I just wanted to thank staff. We have been throwing so much at them the last several months, and we had a quick pivot on First Friday. It took quite a bit of work to get there, and they just rally and do what they need to do, and it's really refreshing to work with a team like that. So I just wanted to thank them for that publicly, and I won't talk much longer, but good job, everybody.
And I just wanted to thank the staff for all their hard work. I end up interacting more with the waterfront staff when they do movies, but all the staff, phone calls coming in when people see something around town or something is missing that should happen, emails that come in, thank all of the staff for everything they do to make sure this town keeps moving and keeps operating and makes what we do up here a little bit easier. With that, I'll entertain a motion to close.
So, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, meeting ended at 8:06. Thank you all. Have a good evening.